And they said the whole idea of these things is not so much that they want them to join today, but they want them to get used to seeing people getting beheaded, killed as a normal thing, and it's okay. So when they get older, they already know it's okay to do those things. And you see, the movie house is just full of kids. And their productions are pretty professional. They know how to promote their violence and their cause.
Hey, listen, they're getting money from Saudi Arabia,
What makes you think that? That's Saudi Arabia is one of the people bombing them. What are you talking about?
Saudi Arabia is probably one of the most backward countries when it comes to the rights of women, and things of that nature. So, go back to the 9/11 terrorists.
They came from Saudi Arabia.
They came from Saudi. They had Saudi Arabian passports. That's our ally, right? They play two ends against the middle, Saudi Arabia. But they always have and they always will.
The way ISIS is getting their money is from all their oil fields they've captured and selling oil on the open market and under market prices.
Hey, look, in the United States, I love this country, but the United States plays two ends against the middle when they send money to Israel. For, used to develop the Iron Shield, the Iron Dome, rather. And then they turn around and give money to Palestinians and Iraqis, Palestinians used it to build tunnels so they can sneak into Israel.
So they can bypass the Iron Domes. But, no, I think the Saudis are Shias, I believe. They're not Sunnis.
I have to say I get confused. But then again, so did Defense Secretary Rumsfeld when he was back in 2003, when he was fielding questions about you go to war with the army that you have, or the equipment that you have, not the equipment that you'd like to have. All right, he was trying to deflect a little bit, but he didn't even know the difference between Sunnis and Shias. And that he was our defense attorney.
And under whose administration was he?
W.
Yeah.
When Cheney was president.
Yeah, I know. Hey, listen, it's just as bad that we get a Ebola czar that knows nothing about Ebola.
Hey, I was the first to criticize that. I said it should have been a medical person. And I compared it to George Bush during Katrina saying to Brown, who was in charge of FEMA, hey, Brownie, you're doing a great job, I don't think this guy's really lucky, though, because the Doctors Without Borders and the World Health Organization is doing a fairly good job of control, as best they can. Of course, they need volunteers and they need more money, but... Yeah.
Well, it looks like Switzerland is working on a cure. And they've gotten pretty far with it. I think they're going to start testing this. They're getting volunteers now.
From ISIS, right? They're taking volunteers from ISIS?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Though they got mostly college students, I think they were saying. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing with them.
In order, I hate to say this, but in order to know whether whether the medication is a success or not, you first have to give the people Ebola.
No, I think what they're trying to do is make sure that that it doesn't cause you to get sick, probably. The actual...
Yeah, take the medicine, expose them to Ebola. If they don't get it, it works.
Well, no, they're not exposing these people to Ebola, the volunteers. they're taking the blood, but I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. Working with it. They're saying by December they should have a working, they should be actually, start having the medication tried on people. And by April they predict they're going to have a regular shot for it.
Well, what about the medication that they used on those first 2 doctors that contracted Ebola? Remember, it was still in the testing stages by the World Health Organization, and they got special dispensation to use that medication for the 2 doctors. And it was one of the means by which they cured their Ebola. So if they did
one of the other things they did is they took the blood from the other people who were rid of their Ebola, and take the plasma and put the plasma into the patients, because the plasma has already got the antibodies to fight the Ebola. But this is an actual. An actual shot that they plan to have out in the market by April. Hopefully it'll work, and we can eradicate Ebola. So then the news can go back to ISIS and my favorite, Vladimir. We don't even hear anything about him anymore.
Oh, he's flexing his pecs, But you like Putin, or what do you call him again? Putin, right?
Putin.
No, you called him Putin.
Oh, Putin, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why he doesn't deserve to have his name called properly. His name called properly. He can call whatever I want him. He's a piece of.
Yeah, you don't hear anything more about the Ukraine. You
don't hear anything about the airplane that crashed with 307 people, Flight 370.
Gee, if Rod Serling was still alive, he would have done a whole program on that.
That's true.
Flight 373? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching, we just passed the 50-minute mark, and Felix and I will give you a little bit more time till about 10 o'clock, and then we'll pretty much call it quits.
Well, that's
but I will, we will say, we've been pushing this since last year. Your constitutional right is to get out there and vote. You don't have to agree with the president, but the president said by you staying home, you're allowing somebody else to decide how you're going to be governed over the next couple of years. So whether your candidate is victorious in the end or not, at least you know that you did what you were supposed to do to try to affect change, in Congress or locally. So please, think about the words by Patti Smith. You have the power. One person becomes 2 people, becomes 3 people, becomes thousands, becomes tens of thousands, and becomes hundreds of thousands. So get out there and do your constitutional duty.
Well, I used to have a different meaning to that. Constitutional duty. You know what I mean?
I was waiting for that. But you see, I never found that funny to begin with.
Oh. So, okay.
You're thinking more along the lines of one's physical constitution.
Exactly.
Well.
You didn't mention.
So we have about 5 minutes left. I think Felix is seriously searching for a song that we can close out with, so I'll turn the mic over to him.
I'm not seriously doing anything, but I will find something that we don't want to hear it, and I'll play it anyway. How about this little thing, just while I'm waiting for something else?
You're a warrior.
Now, how many people remember that show? Mark?
Oh, of course I do.
The Monsters!
What?
The Monsters! No?
No.
Oh. What was it then?
The Addams Family.
That's right. Da-da-da-da. You're right. Okay. Told you we were stupid around this show.
That's true. Some
Okay.
of us are more stupid than others.
Yosem, sir. Now here's the markers, the series ratings.